Hello, this is the third video on degrees and radians, and in this video we will learn how to convert between degrees and radians. Now that you know what a radian is, you're going to learn how to convert between the two. So we're going to go from degrees to radians, and then we're also going to go from radians back to degrees. We already know that, let's use blue, we already know that 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi radians. So now let's try to, using this information, let's try to answer the following question. How many degrees are there in 1 radian? So here's the question. How many degrees, oh, I keep messing this up. How many degrees are there in 1 radian? So think about it. When I draw a circle, I measure the radius r, I put the radius along the circumference of the circle. This is equal to, right, this angle here is equal to 1 radian. So the question is, how many degrees is this equal to? How many degrees? How many degrees? Okay? So the way we're going to do that, we're going to use a proportion. If you remember last year when we were doing percentages, we learned that to find a percentage, we need to do the part over the total equals the percentage over 100. And this was extremely helpful because using this proportion, you could figure out any percentage problem. Now we're going to do the same. We're going to use a proportion. We know, right, that 2 pi is equal to 360. Or 360 is equal to 2 pi. It goes both ways, right? I can write 360 equal to 2 pi, or I can also write 2 pi equal to 360. Now, in this case, we know we have 1 radian, right? So on top of my proportion here, where I have radians, okay, let me just write the proportion in here, it's degrees. Degrees. This is the proportion we're always going to use. So for radians, I have 1 radian over 2 pi. And for the degrees, it says how many? I don't know, so I'm going to say x over 360. Now, if I solve this proportion, I'm going to find out the answer to the question. I'm going to find x. I'm going to find out the number of degrees, x, that are equal to 1 radian. How do I solve this equation? Well, I have to multiply both sides by 360 degrees. I cancel the 360 on the right, and I get 360 over 2 pi, right? Or if I simplify here, 360 divided by 2 is 180. I get 180 divided by pi. Well, guess what? I'm going to continue writing here. Pi is equal to 3.14. And if you divide in your calculators, 180 by 3.14, I don't have a calculator with me. Let's just check how much this was. You're going to get approximately here 57.3 degrees. So the answer to this question, how many degrees are there in 1 radian? There are approximately 57.3 degrees in 1 radian. Now, use the same method to answer the following questions in your worksheets.